When you look at the cost of diabetes, 90% of the cost of diabetes is infrastructure. The last 10% is drugs, roughly speaking for Europe. So if you think of it, what are the way to intervene? For me, digital solutions are part of finding these efficiencies.
For the pharmaceutical industry as a whole to actually invest in going beyond the pill and providing patient support. Why shouldn't pharma just remain doing the kind of research that you pointed out, just coming out with drugs, marketing them, and leaving the rest to payers or other people?
That's a very good question, because you can be tempted to think that's the flavor of the month thing. I definitely don't believe in that. It might be a good advertisement for a short period of time, but fundamentally, we are moving from being I would say, an industry to be a healthcare provider. And if we really believe in our mission, beyond the treatment, we need to secure that these treatments are well taken at the right dose, sustained in terms of duration of treatment. And that's one part of the equation, making sure that patients, and we deliver the value that we have promised after the clinical development program. The second part is, and especially for chronic disease management, I think, one of the biggest challenge for the healthcare system in all countries is, being able to fund that. You can't decrease the number of diabetes patients, if I take this example. So the cost is, rising for the authorities, for the payers, and so on. So we also need to be part of the solution, and designing something which is sustainable. So for me, the addition of digital healthcare solution, when we talk about remote monitoring, remote management, remote surveillance, and so on, is a way to become more efficient. And when you look at the cost of diabetes, 90% of the cost of diabetes is infrastructure. The last 10% is drugs, roughly speaking for Europe. So if you think of it, what are the way to intervene? Either you go to and shrink the price for the treatments, and then you kill innovation. So therefore you don't have, new solutions for patients for the long run. And the other objective is basically to try to reduce this 90% of cost that is linked to the healthcare system. So how to find efficiencies in the healthcare system? For me, digital solutions are part of finding these efficiencies. So to me, this is especially when you think of pharma. I think pharma needs, you can't go on all pathology and so on. For me, it's when you're dedicated, and like Novo, for example, 100 years almost in diabetes management, you design the best possible product. You evolve them according to the needs, and you try to remove side effects and so on. You want to make sure that you have some new solutions for patients to keep on going with the treatment, with the full value that is shown in clinical trials. That's one way of assisting them, with a digital solution. And the other thing is to help the authorities and partner with the authorities and with the healthcare system to improve the efficiency in the path of care. And that, to me, these are the two areas where I would consider that, when you have a strong legacy, a strong expertise in one disease area, then you have to engage in these two areas.